So for the Gothic style, I use brace clips. They're about 50 cents each for your 1 1/4 inch. And remember, 1 1/4 inch tube is 1 5/8. So you'll see a lot of kits that boast about using 1 3/8 inch tubing, but technically it's about 1 inch tubing. So you're looking at the nominal size. 1 1/4 corresponds to about 1 5/8. That's 14 gauge. EMT is like 17 gauge. So you're better off using actual tubing, galvanized steel tubing. So the brace clips go around the 40 millimeter or 1 1/4 inch tube, 40 millimeter outside diameter, and that's what you tie your supports in. This stainless steel strapping, that's what I use to tie the peak together. Just cut a couple pieces and screw them on with self-tapping screws. I go 8 feet from the ends for my horizontal support. I go 29 3/4 from the peak. So the truss is now being assembled, and I just wanted to point out a couple things. It's good to secure your brace clips into the poles, because what will end up happening with an impact, they'll slide. And it may not be much, maybe it'll be half an inch, but what ends up happening is if it slides just a little bit, it affects the profile of your entire hoop. I haven't finished this one yet, so let me show you a couple tricks on these. They're a little tricky to get these brace clips in. First thing, these come a little loose, so you got to tighten them up to get the screw on. It's also helpful to put them in the middle. I recommend 5/16, 1 1/2 inch long bolts for this operation, but I just happen to have these here, which is why I'm using 1/4 inch instead. I already marked the line at 29 3/4. I'll set the brace clip so it's right next to it. Now that it's all set, I'm going to go ahead and just sink this fastener in. That way it doesn't move at all through the rest of the operation. To complete this truss, I'll just remove those 1/2 inch supports and we'll be done, ready to use it. So in the process of removing these 1/2 inch supports, let me just show you that. They'll spring back quite a bit which is one reason to screw the brace clips in so they don't slide. It's like having a compound bow dry firing it. A lot of force there.